Visitors, Monsieur Valp. Visitors. Ah, if it isn't Monsieur Falcon or Monsieur Sparrowson. How may I help you two today? We're doing very well, Monsieur, but we don't have much time, so let me cut to the chase. We're collecting positive anecdotes about the king. Would you happen to have any? Positive anecdotes? How curious. As it happens, I've met the king twice. Once, as you know, is in my, Juan Corrido persona. Alright, of course. I don't think that story will be any use to us. What was the other incidents? I can tell you, but there is a price. Are you serious? You're such a money grabber. Fox has to eat, monsieur. Fine, fine. How much do you want? 40 francs sound good? 10,000. I don't have that kind of money, monsieur. No matter. I'm sure you think of some way of repaying the debt. Between that and my medical bills, we should be ready to afford basic things like food by the year 4,000. Let's not worry about the debt for now, monsieur. Let me just tell you the story. It was several years ago, 1841 I believe. I was looking around Ile de la Cité. I was in pursuit of an investigative lead, so I had adopted the persona and outfit of a sickly beggar. That's when I was approached by a kind-faced man. It was the king himself. He took a 20-franc coin out of his pocket. The king gave money to a sick beggar, or at least someone who looked like a sick beggar? That's great, we can use that. I'm not done, monsieur. The king took out the coin and said, I know what it's like to be poor. When I was your age, I only had 1,000 of these to my name. Then he pocketed the coin and left. Oh. I'll make a note. Gave financial advice to the poor and needy. Renard's story has been out if you haven't told her. I hope the anecdote was some use to you, monsieur. It might be, but I don't feel we get 10,000 francs worth of material. I see. No matter, just keep me in mind if ever you see a potential client. We will. Have a pleasant day, monsieur. What's the plan for today? Hitting the Louvre? Checking out Les Halls, maybe? Actually, I was thinking... Severin, how rude. Don't they teach you to knock? No time for bickering, Jayjay. It's time. Time for what? The trial, you dunce. Already? A large protest started to form at the Place de la Concorde. No doubt it'll turn into an unruly mob before long. The spirit of the revolution is in the air. We must act now. I'm going to start the necessary preparations at the courthouse, so I need you to get the king from the Palais Royal. You want me to drag the king to the courthouse? I'm not even sure I could drag him from his chair. Use diplomacy, you dolt. I'm sure you'll think of something. Right. Come along, Sparrowson. We have a king to defend. Falcon and Sparrowson rush across the city. Scores of angry eyes watch the pair's every movement. Cocorico was right. In the spirit of revolution is in the air. Outside the Palais Royal, a crowd has started to form. The royal guards watch in nervous anticipation. 3,600 and... Quack. Save it. We're number 1. You again? Should you be in jail? Oh, that's the egg. There's no time for that nonsense. Your Majesty, we need you to come with us. Why? There's a trial you need 10. There's a group of angry rebels outside. There's a sale of fish on Les Halls. Now here there is a sale on fish at Les Halls. Trying to tempt the king with sales? That's a bold tactic. Thank you, monsieur. But I had all the fish I could eat this week. Some nice kingfisher generously gifted me an enormous catfish. Needless to say, I'm starved. Suppose we'll try something else. He knows that there's rebels outside. And he loves trials. Thanks, Adam. There's a trial. Oh, why did you say so? I love trials. Oh, and I need to give testimony. Please say it is so. As a matter of fact, Your Majesty, I think you'll need to give a testimony. Oh, goody, goody, goody. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. Did anyone spot us? I don't think so. It's still early. The crowds are only just starting to form. Well, we're telling the king the truth, though, so Pretzel. He will have to give testimony. With any luck, we can get this trial over with before anyone realizes what's going on. You. Uh-oh. You treasonous scumbags. actually captured the king. Who captured? Clearly a joke, Your Majesty. Very subtle. I like it. So it's true. You do intend to hold a trial. Your actions are utterly despicable. You're all on the same level as the filthy rebel dissenters. Do you intend to stop us, Inspector? Any other day I would. You're rotten lawbreakers through and through. I want nothing more to see you tried and punished for your traitorous stances. I owe a debt to you, Falcon, and to Monsieur Cocorico. So you'll let us pass. I've ordered for 12 National Guards to set up a perimeter around the entrance of Palais de Justice. Rebels will inevitably catch word that the king is here. They will try to storm the building, and when they do, we will be ready to hold them off. That's amazing. Thank you, Inspector. Go on, before I change my mind. Alright, settle down, everyone. Settle down. Oh, should I be standing here? I am in the right place. There you are is perfect, Your Majesty. Now is everybody here? Jayjay Falcon present. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Severin Cocorico present. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Oh, this will be good. I wonder who's on trial. Are the jury all here? All present and accounted for, Your Honor. Everything seems to be in order. The court is now in session for the trial of King Louis Philippe. Oh, that's me! Wait, what? Calm down, Your Majesty. We're simply prosecuting you for a short list of 32 crimes against the French people. What is this madness? Did you set me up for this? Well, yes and no. We're your defense, Your Majesty. I'm so confused. The process is simple. I'll state a charge that is being levelled at you and present my evidence for the charge. You and your defence will have an opportunity to present their counter-evidence. I'm even more confused. Just let us do the talking, Your Majesty. We're doing this for your own good. We wouldn't want you to end up like old Louis the 16th now, would we? Let us proceed. Prosecution, present the first charge. King Louis Philippe, you're being charged with neglecting the lower classes of the nation. Your continued support of Guizot's outdated policies have resulted in an ever-growing wage gap. Poverty is rampant. Animals are forced to turn to begging, thievery, and burglary just to survive. How do you justify this vile attitude? Oh, goodness, you're going straight for the jugular, aren't you? I'm a good person. I don't hate poor people. I feel my contempt for them, certainly, but don't we all? Please, allow me to do the talking, Your Majesty. Severin, the king is far kinder to the poor people than generous populace is led to believe. Some would even describe him as a generous philanthropist. Who would describe him as a generous philanthropist? Some would. You're going to have to do better than that. Show me an example. Just one example of the king being generous to a poor person. There we go. I would like to present this story. It is the account of a person who was sick and starving beggar. One day this beggar was approached by the king. Did the king offer the beggar money? No. He offered something far better. He offered the beggar financial advice. It's true, I did do that. Where is that beggar now? He runs a successful business that can pull 40 francs from a single client transaction. Amazing. And the ex-beggar attributes the king for his radical transformation. Well, he didn't say so directly. But it was implied. Interesting. Would you mind telling us the name of this person? He's a man named Renard Volps. Oh, Renard Volps, the trickster and con artist who runs a deplorable private investigation service. You're familiar with him? Of course. The Fox has been meddling in trials and disturbing investigations for years. If this is the caliber of person that's produced the king's financial advice, we should all be deeply concerned. Oh dear. Outside the Palais Royal, protesters charge the building gates, effortlessly overcoming the royal guards. Looters take the opportunity to overrun and ransack the building. Where on earth is that accursed king? Pierrot? No sign of him, Moran. Rumors he's gone and fled the building. Same as Guizot. Prime Minister and the king both fled before we even started our assault. How is that even possible? But I found someone who may be of use. Oh dear. The Royal Guard? Nice find, Fontaine. Speak, Duck. Tell us where the king is. Ha! Ha! Quack. You think me a common turncoat? I would have you know I'm the mighty Officer Beck. I would sooner die than betray my country. Quack. Okay. At the Palais de Justice. A couple of lawyers came and took him to the Palais de Justice. That was easy. Pierrot, Fontaine, gather the crowd. We're marching on the Palais de Justice. What are we up to? Charge 12. Please continue, prosecutor. Very well. King Louis Philippe, you stand accused of crushing small business in favour of supporting wealthy industry giants. Such a nepotic attitude only serves to discourage people from forming their own enterprises. I disagree. As a self-made businessman, the king has constantly shown his support for all business, big and small. Another ludicrous assertion from the defence. Prove me wrong, JJ. When has the king ever shown support for a grassroots business? Which one supports more business? The fishing? Supports local fishing? No, this one's a business, right? This shows a rising businessman, sort of. It sounds like you're reaching. I suppose I am. I must concede. I haven't come across any evidence King supports small industries. Come on. You said business before. I lost a little favour with the jury. You guys can't be serious. Oh. Outside the doors of the Tribunal de Grand, Inspector Villetti watches ever-growing crowd of protesters. National Guard poise their bayonets, keeping the angry mob at bay. Disgusting rabble, the lot of them. Oh, looks like the guard's letting someone through. Emissary of the rebels? Perhaps one who considers themselves a leader. You're the officer in charge of this barricade. I am. I came to talk to you directly. I feel we can settle this maturely. No violence, no casualties. Wouldn't that be marvellous? We only have one demand. Would you stand aside and let me escort the king out of the building? Grant me that, and I will order the crowd to disperse. I don't know if this is your first revolution, mademoiselle, but it certainly isn't mine. If your protesters want the king, I'll have to get past the line of National Guards. And I don't think your people have the skill, equipment, or raw numbers to accomplish such a feat. I believe we're up to the last charge, are we not? Correct. Charge 32. King Louis Philippe, you're accused of being an imbecile. You're mentally unfit to run this country. No need to get personal. It isn't a crime to be an idiot, Severin. Thankfully. If I were, I'd be doing hard time right now. Illegal, no, but it does raise the question of why we're giving an idiot so much power. Let's not follow the example of Great Britain, who let the mad King George III rule for decades past his prime. King Louis Philippe is neither mad nor stupid. He's an intelligent and competent individual. I'll have you know that I'm not only competent on prune days. Oh my god. Your Majesty, please. You've chosen impossible battle, JJ. The King's idiocy is widely accepted. I urge you to prove me wrong. Show me one shred of evidence the King is not a blithering idiot. Oh, here we go. Nathan's story. He reads, I would like to present this account given by a local librarian. He asserts the King is something of an avid reader. Picture books don't count, JJ. I had no idea that an expansive history of the Macedonian Empire was a picture book. The King has been known to check out as many as a dozen thick books on a single day, covering a whole range of subjects. Face the facts, Severin. The King is an educated man. Perhaps a test is in order. That won't be necessary. What was the name of the book you mentioned? An expansive history of the Macedonian Empire? Tell me, Your Majesty, where is Macedonia? Where? Yes, I'll even make it easy. Just tell us the name of the continent. What continent is Macedonia in? You can do this, Your Majesty. It's a 1 in 7 shot. Can he really do it? I want to say Africa. But I've got it. London. Oh, mon Dieu. I think we're done here, Your Honour. As I've demonstrated in excruciating detail, the King is an incompetent, lazy, stupid, and occasionally malicious. He isn't fit to run a bakery, let alone a nation. Very well, prosecutor. Does the defence have anything to add? No. I've defended this man the best of my abilities. I have nothing more to say. Very good. I will then converse with the jury. We shall determine precisely which crimes the king is guilty of, decide on appropriate punishment. Punishment? No, man, you have to do something. I'm scared. Calm down, Your Majesty. The whole purpose of this trial was to see that your punishment is fair and fitting. You're not going to end up with your head on a spike. I don't think you will. Mademoiselle is returning. How naive. Negotiations are over, Mademoiselle. Once again, I ask you let me pass. Let me extract the king without issue, and we shall be on our way. I warn you, the protesters are getting rowdy. Any moment now, they might charge on their own accord. Your commitment to pacifism is admirable, but you're brimming with naivete, and Mademoiselle, be on your way. I warned you, your methods were too passive, Madame. That foul voice. Show yourself, Wolf. You. The friar gave me a tip-off about the croque monsieur. Was my information no good, Inspector? Did I not say how and when you could reach the croque monsieur? You omitted a few details. Your words almost killed a few acquaintances of mine. Inspector, it seems that you and I agree on something. This wolf has a forked tongue. There's no need to direct your hatred at me, Madame. I came here to give you a gift. A peace offering. You have nothing to offer. I most certainly do. Did you know the tunnels of the sleeping city wind straight under the Palais de Justice? It's true. If one were to put enough gunpowder in the right spot, one could even take an entire side of the building down. What are you prattling on about? How much gunpowder do you think it would take, Madame? 50 kilograms, 100, maybe 200 kilograms, just to be safe. Friar, tell me you didn't. The fuse is lit. In 20 seconds, the pillars of the Palais de Justice will fall like the Temple of Dagon. Dagon? Running will do you no good, you brother-killing pute. You're bluffing. There'll be no explosion. You would like that to be the case, wouldn't you, Inspector? But unfortunately for you, the Viridian Killer emerges one last time. You. I must congratulate you, Jayjay. Falcon. You argued excellently. I'm unsure of the penguin's fate as you are, but one thing is, sir, you could not have done your job any better. Thank you, Cocorico. After a small amount of deliberation, we have come to a decision. We find the defendant, King Louis Philippe, to be... Mon Dieu, what was that? An explosion. Sounded like it came from right outside. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but in a better manner of speaking, how to put this? For pity's sake, spit it out, monsieur. Rebels. It's the rebels. There's a big explosion at the entrance. The rebels are pouring the building as we speak. Oh, you heard the rabbit. Everybody clear out. Your Honor, quickly. What was the verdict? Really? In a time like this? There is no better time. Exile. Now get out of here. Court is adjourned. I valued Alfred Falcon, but we're both out of time and options. If the rebels want the king so badly, they could take him. You can't say that. Rooster's got a point, Falcon. Let's just turn the king over and let him receive his dues. We've done all we can. No. You two give up far too easily. Sparrowson, Cocorico, we're escorting the king to R&M Associates. Rennett's place? What can he do? If anyone has the power to make the king disappear, it would be that conniving fox. Yeah, that might just work. Come along, Your Majesty. And give me that egg. Oh dear, oh dear. Come on, Cocorico. No time to dawdle. I'm staying. If there'd be any chance of your ridiculous plan succeeding, someone must stay behind to delay the rebels. Cocorico? Go, I've got this. Good luck. That damned wolf nearly killed a lot of us. You're the one harbouring the king. It's a pleasure to see you too again, madame. Don't get snarky. Where is he? You're too late. The king has long left the building. For all I know, he'd be halfway to Guadalupe by now. So he's already gone. Damn. There goes my opportunity to enact justice. Enact justice? You should have seen the trial, madame. Everything was official, professional, logical. It's the most brilliant display of justice that I've ever seen. But the king... is in the process of receiving a fitting punishment. Cocorico, did my father receive a fitting punishment when you were the prosecutor at his trial 10 years ago? No, madame. Every day since then I've strived towards justice, and I shall continue to do so for the rest of my days. See that you do. Do hurry up, Your Majesty. Oh. Oh. This is taking forever. Oh, what's the voice? You aren't going any further. Oh, it's Remus. Is that a friar? I'm not going to let you take another step towards the king. I didn't come here for the king. I came here to kill you, Jayjay Falcon. Very well. Sparrowson, take the king and hurry to Reynard's. I'll handle this monster. Are you sure you'll be okay? I can handle one crippled wolf. Okay. Come on, Your Majesty. Oh. That explosion at the courthouse. It wasn't just the rebels, was it? Of course not. That was to take out the murderous Pewt who killed my brother. Madame Beaumont. She was the madam who pulled the trigger. It was your words that sentenced him. And I would do it again. You and your brothers are heinous individuals. Call us what you like. It doesn't matter anymore. Your blood must pay for this. An eye for an eye, as the way of judges of old. You don't appear armed. You don't need a gun or a sword to kill you. There are 100 kilograms of gunpowder beneath our very feet. One more step in this entire area will go. Well, scum. Inspector. Just in time. You look a little singed. Did you hear that explosion, Monsieur Volps? I did. Seems the rumours are true, Mousy. The revolution is in full swing. Go on, get in there. Visitors, Monsieur Volps. Visitors. I wonder who. Oh, why? King Louis Philippe. Good afternoon, Your Majesty. Hey, are you... Monsieur Volps? Are you... I am, and this is my companion, Mousy. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Your Majesty. I must admit, I rarely have a gentleman of your caliber in this office. Please, have a seat. Mousy, fetch His Majesty some tea. Right away. I hear you can make people disappear. Ah, yes, new identity, new face. Indeed, I can make that happen. Of course, there is a price. How much? Normally, such a service would cost 100 francs, but for you, Your Majesty, 10,000. 10,000 francs? I don't carry that sort of money on my person. I'm sure you could find a way. A crown on your head and a leg in your hand would surely be enough to pay for this exquisite service. You're a crook, Monsieur Volps. I know. Let us not call each other names. We're both grown men. Now let's see. You'll need a disguise. Ah, here we go. Go put this on. How do I look? Nancy, could you come in here for a moment, please? What is it, Monsieur Volps? Oh. Who is the cockatoo? Where did King Louis Philippe go? I see, Your Majesty. That's that convincing? Cool. We'll have to give you a new name and identity to match your new look. We need a name that is original yet ordinary, subtle yet exquisite. John Smith. Brilliant, Mousy. Monsieur, your name is now John Smith. You are an upstanding English gentleman. Je m'appelle John Smith. That's no good. We'll have to work on your English accent. Repeat after me. My name is John Smith. My name is Jean Smith. Oh, did you grow up in London, Your Majesty? Your accent is impeccable. Really? Tell him, Mousy. I don't understand any of it, so it must have been perfect English. Disguise, name, accent. I think we're all set. Are you ready, Mr. Smith? I don't think so. Of course you're ready. Flee, monsieur. Flee. Take a horse to Calais, and from there hire a boat to take you to the shores of England. Do you think you'll make it to England, Monsieur Volps? Without disguise, Mousy? I think our client will be lucky to make it down the street. Come on, let's return this egg to Sultan. Oh, yay, she got her egg back. Come on, Birdbrain. Times are wasting. Well, well, well. Look who finally decided to get up. Give me a break. My legs are killing me from running all over Paris. Besides, we just had the case of a century. I think we're allowed one day to relax. Let's play some Jocks Noir. Nuh-uh. Look at that stack of mail we have to reply to. Mail? Inspector Valeti has asked us to sign off on some paperwork regarding the deaths of Freya Remus. Cocorico wants us to arrange a lunch meeting to discuss potential future collaborative projects. And Madame Beaumont has asked us to help establish constitution for a Second Republic. Can you believe that? Plus, we have like a dozen requests for legal work from other citizens of Paris. I guess word has gotten around about our involvement in the King's trial, huh? Mon Dieu. So much to do. But all I want is to take a holiday. Hey Falcon, do you think we're about to see some changes? Changes? The old king is gone. The Prime Minister resigned. The Second Republic is kicking off. I'm just saying. Do you think this could be a start of a new era? Of peace for Paris? I think it just might be, Sparrowson. Don't get me wrong. I'm certain that this isn't the last revolt of Paris we'll ever see. Not by a long shot. But maybe, for now, we can have a brief moment of harmony. A moment of harmony. That sounds nice. But enough talk about politics, Sparrowson. Let's go pick up some breakfast. Sounds good. I feel like Panz chocolate. A great game. Thank you very much to Adam Sims for supplying the game to the stream. It's been 3 very enjoyable sessions. It was very good. I'm especially glad that we didn't have to replay the whole game to go for a different ending. Hoorays indeed. It was really nice. Do we get a surprise bit of thing at the end? Fin. You have reached the end of Route B, Egalit. The ending you received was determined by the decision made in Chapter 3. Try tackling the trial in the catacombs differently in order to see a different ending. Thank you for playing Aviary Attorney. It was my pleasure.